All right. Thank you, Liberia. It's so good to see you this Sunday morning. This in USA East is what we call summer season. And so happy summer to you. I know for you it is rainy season. And so you only have rainy or dry. So I understand what it means to have to deal with all that rain. I've been to Liberia during rainy season. I also know it's a happy independence season because you all have celebrated independence. And so before we get started today, just in the spirit of revolution and the spirit of liberation, I'm going to pass the basket and ask that you each just say your name and tell us one reason why we should celebrate Liberia's independence with you. Or should I say with us? I'll pass it first to Abenigo.
Okay, so thank you so much. I am Abenigo Wama, and it's good to be here. One reason we should celebrate Liberia Independence Day is because that's the day that we as a nation were free. We were given the right to stand on our own, not to be independent on anyone, but rather to stand for ourselves. So that's one reason that we can actually celebrate our Independence Day. Yeah. So that's all.
Don't be for me. Pass it whoever you think should go
So I
next.
pass it on to Aminata.
Yes, my name is Aminada. And one reason I think we should celebrate Liberia independence is because, like Abenigo said, it's because of freedom. Liberia is free and we are not dependable on other nations. We are a free nation where everyone has his or freedom of speech, their rights. Um, so yeah, that's the reason why we should celebrate Liberia independence. I pass it over to Daniel.
Okay, good evening, good morning, hello, and hi everyone. I'm Daniel Emmanuel Kuko, and one of the reasons I think we should celebrate the Liberian Independence Day is to unify with each other and then find the as a country in a free state that we are. So I think, yeah, that's it, to unify with each other and find our true value as a country. Thank you. So I pass on to Jonah.
Thank you. My name is Jonah Ma Roberts. I'm from Liberia, and I think that the Independence Day celebration is something good. Since 1847 up to this time, 177 years, it's not about unity, it's not about the togetherness, the strength as a nation, what we hope to achieve in the future. That's one of the main things that we celebrate independence because of the liberation in the past, the togetherness, and I think it's something good that we usually always should celebrate independence in our country. Thank you.
And I guess I'll go last. Me living here in the USA, Liberia reminds me of the fact that my ancestors that were enslaved, that they left this country after going through that hardship, and they went back to Africa hoping that they could free themselves from the tyranny of this country. And when they got there, they brought their baggage with them, right? Because sometimes when you go through the process of being oppressed, they say hurt people hurt people. And it reminds me that as we look and seek unity, that we have to remember not to get in our own way. We have to remember to continue to heal from the inside out. If not, when we show up to the table, we will be our own worst enemy. And so Liberia's independence reminds me of our need to continue to heal in the future, to build strong institutions in the future, and to not get in our own way. And so happy liberation and independence, 177 years. We were never colonized by colonizers in Liberia. When we look around and we see Ghana, they celebrate their 60th and we see other nations because Ghana was first, but here in Liberia, because, I'm Liberian too. My Louise, thank you for that. We say 177. And so look at that long history that we have the privilege of celebrating. And so a part of celebration is institution building. We're celebrating the future that is yet to come, the children unborn. And so let us get into the updates of our project. Let us talk about, in real time about what is next. So first and foremost, we cannot let this summer end. For you, rainy season, but on our side, summer, without us doing the initial groundwork that we need. I have a few updates about the 9th Pan-African Congress. Abednego, they did receive your submission. And I'll tell you, it's good news. I can't officially say that on the record yet, but just know that the 9th Pan-African Congress is taking place in Lomé, Togo, and the youth delegation is going to be included. They are going to be fully sponsored, and that your efforts have been received and acknowledged. And so between you and Aminata, I don't know who did the writing and who did the submitting, but I do know that I was selected to be with that delegation to go to Brazil at the end of August to do the update, which will include the selection. And you know who's got my vote. So just forget about that part. So we'll, have some more details for that soon. Meanwhile, you guys are going there to present on a real live project to talk about the future of Africa's Pan-African development. And it circles on your project. You haven't even started the research. What I will say is that we still have a budget, but it's not going to be the budget that you all submitted. So 500 USD is what we're able to send you on Monday. I don't know how many regions of research you can cover with that budget, but you're going to have to make it work. Again, you're going to the areas that you think are most feasible. When it comes to cotton production in Liberia, my vote is LOFA, because I know that LOFA is already growing cotton. They're already producing fabric, or at least country cloth. And so they know what it is to go from farm to production to market. That process is not something that you want to start from the beginning, but you want to perfect and learn more about. At the same time, I know that you all said that your leadership already owns land in another region. And so using the resources that you already have, that is also important. So please give me the update on what you all have. And again, we're interested in working with the people that are on this call now. It's very important that we begin to just determine, who the face of the brand will be. And it's clear that based on capacity, based on commitment and interest, that the faces that we see here today, did we just by divine alignment lose a face? Not our only Aminata. We're going to give her a pass. We know rainy season is not kind to us in our connectivity. But yeah, so who we see here now with us, we know that these are the faces that are going to represent the brand. So what I will ask is that as a part of your research, when you all do the interview of the location and the scouting of the location and the research on ground, that you also take a portion of those proceeds to video yourself, to get someone with a decent camera. We still haven't had anyone from the US side that's going to Liberia to transport the things that we already have for you, which is a very basic camera and a very basic laptop that you would have to share. It's not one for everybody, but at least it's decent and you'll have to share. As soon as we find somebody coming from this side, going to your side, shipping would just be a waste of money. And there's no rush because you do have some type of laptop, you do have some type of connectivity, and there are people there. Hey, Aminata, I see you've John Daniel's frame. Cool. Glad to see you all are already together. And so you do have some form of local that can record you. And so find a camera out of your budget. Make sure that you record yourself, do the interviews. You are the four that should be interviewed to talk about what this initiative is, how you got to this point. We're going to need a professional picture for each one of you so that we can begin to put all of those images and documents together to present in October in Lomé in Togo. This is the beginning. This is what we need to begin the fundraising campaign, to begin the lobbying to get investors for an initiative, for a project that's going to be much larger. And so I hope that what we're able to contribute will build capacity, but that's where we are right now. So I'm going to pass the basket back to you all so that you can give me local updates. What's happening on the ground in Liberia? Abednego, it looks like you're about to talk. You may want to
Yeah,
unmute.
thank you so much for the update. The news that you just gave us is exciting, for the fact that our communication have been received and our dedication will be there. So it's actually exciting. We say thank you for that. So back to Liberia for our team. We've been together, we've been working, and then what got us stuck is, the budget, because we plan to do the research as a team. So the only way that we can proceed with that research in LOFA and the various countries that we mentioned, we have to at least get, the resources to be able to transport us and other needs for the particular research. So basically, we are all set, we are ready. And once we have the funding, we will all start. And the good part about it is that right now, we are about to close from the university. So we will be free. That is, we'll have a full time to actually do the research properly. So we are together and just waiting what we can, and we'll make you proud of that.
So what are you able to do with the 500? Your budget originally was over 2,000 USD. So is 500 USD even enough to start?
So honestly, for that, because it's a team that we got. So the $500, because we suggested 3 counties, all is included within that budget. Now, for some reason that you're going to send off $500, we have to cut down counties and also cut down numbers of people that should be on the team, because the $500 can't do it as a full team and the counties that we suggested. The $500 won't be able to take us to the 3 counties and with the number of people that we send. So we're gonna have a cut down in the team and out of the counties to manage with what we got.
And so with the 500, the 4 of you, that will cover your transport, etc.
Well, for the $500, I can say for one country, it can cover our transportation, and for the cameras, we have to borrow Man Louis' camera, and for computers, we'll borrow Daniel laptop, and then yes, we will just make it happen. We don't want to, we'll do what we can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds good. I know we're in Liberia in West Africa, but if I was in East Africa, I would say sawa. Sawa, sawa. It means okay. Swahili. Okay. Sour.
Yeah, Jonah
So,
also wants to add up to what I just said, because we
okay.
are, yeah. Jonah, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I want to say thank you to this SRDC team, having here. We are super proud and excited of the news we just got. We do not confirm yet, but we anticipating that will be confirmed by God's grace. So thank you so much for the effort also. And I want to say thank you and God bless you for the 500. We do appreciate a lot. Even though we may not be able to cover all our expenditures, but by God's grace, we will try our possible best. Since your attention is on lo-fi, we will try to go lo-fi. We can cover all of our transportation, feeding, and that accommodation for the number of days. Maybe we will call the number of days that the counties, we have to call the number of counties that are individual, because we were anticipating 6 persons. But now,
Yes.
at least we can cut numbers down to 3 or 4 persons. And as a team, we need to contribute towards this because this is our budget, this is our own thing. The $5, $10, at least to be identified that they will buy either something that will make them look unique or appear to let people recognize us as an entrepreneur. So I think that's my suggestion. We need to contribute as a team. For me, I will personally contribute $20 towards it, so we can all help make this a success.
Okay, big money. I see you. Went down deep and pulled out the big 20. Listen, Jonah, you're a leader because you show it with your actions, not just with your words. And I appreciate that. That kind of servant leadership, it makes me want to tie tight. It definitely keeps me committed to seeing this project through. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank
so
you, Jonah.
we don't, yes. So we don't, I don't think we need any more time here on this meeting unless you all have something else to share with me. I'll make sure that we share this meeting with the world so they know that we've taken the next step. We can send the money to my Louise, and then you can go and pick it up from her, and we'll go from there. Is that all right with you all?
Yeah.
Okay. I see
Yeah,
shaking.
sure.
It's
Yeah, sure.
all right. Ashe. So we're good. So happy Independence, Liberia. Don't let the rain stop you. Move forward. And I look forward to what are next steps after you receive that initial funds. If you think of anything else, post it in the WhatsApp group chat and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kim.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Peace and blessings.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.